If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. As I do regularly, I don't know, every couple weeks, maybe every month, I try to go through a list of questions and comments. But first, there's the good. This is what makes the lifestyle worth it. This is, you know, we're in a little county park here in Texas. You know, we get to spend 2 weeks here. Yeah, it's busy, and it's not the national forest, but it's a beautiful lake. You know, we watch the fishermen on the boats all day long. You know, relatively quiet. Last night was Friday night, and, you know, I think they stay up to 10, 11 o'clock, but not overly noisy. Earplugs. Earplugs are important in this lifestyle. There's a good and bad to it. The bad is if somebody is doing something that they shouldn't be doing around your campground, it's obviously harder to hear. But on the other hand, it sure does make for a nice peaceful rest because you're not waking up to every little sound that happens. I made a video the other day where I talked about social media really making this lifestyle sound so easy, and that if you say anything negative about the lifestyle, they just rip you apart. The video was specifically about Facebook van groups ripping this poor gal apart on, you know, she wanted to quit the lifestyle. Well, so you make a video to discuss this, and sure enough, people come out and tell you how, you know, easy it is. Well, there's another aspect of this that I think I need to address. A couple things, actually. One, this is not a camping trip. You know, I've been camping. Camping is a lot of fun. You know, you've had a campfire, and you've had some alcohol, and, you know, you've played horseshoes, or, you know, whatever it is you did. You worked really hard all weekend, having a great time, and then Sunday night you come home and you're exhausted. Well, living this lifestyle is not a camping trip. It's life. And somebody commented about how easy it is to do dishes, and you know, paper plates are always an acceptable item. And they said, and of course you can always burn your paper plates on the campfire. Well, I can't tell you the last time Carolyn and I had a campfire. If you're cooking every night on a campfire and burning your paper plates on the campfire, you're on a camping trip. You're not nomadic lifestyle. I mean, you spend hours collecting firewood. As a matter of fact, Carolyn says she wants to cook brats tonight. And I said, well, I guess if we can avoid the rain, you might be able to. I said, where are you gonna get the firewood? So she's been picking up little limbs like this all day long, just walking around this little campground picking up little limbs so she can have enough firewood to have a campfire. Now, on a camping trip, that might be something you're worth doing, but doing that every day, you're not going to. Having done this so long, it's easy for me to identify folks who are commenting as though they're in the nomadic lifestyle, but you can tell they're not. You can tell that they're just maybe went on a camping trip once, and then all of a sudden they become experts by watching YouTube videos, and so they tell me what they do, which is really what the YouTube video did, on how they live this lifestyle, which they're not really living, they're only going on camping trips. It'd be like saying, okay, I watched a bunch of welding videos, and I've never welded a day in my life. Now I'm going to tell you, the professional welder on your YouTube channel, that you're doing it wrong because I watched another video that said that you're supposed to do it this way. And that's exactly what I see. You know, people will comment and say, well, why don't you do this? And it's word for word what another YouTuber said. So when you're on social media, be aware that you're going to get that a lot, where people are saying things that they've never really tried. And it's easy to identify the folks who are doing this lifestyle. There's this gal named Lisa. The first time she wrote anything, I knew immediately she was doing this lifestyle. And she said, you know, I followed the instructions of what I was supposed to do, and I went up in the mountains in the summer. So I went up there, and of course I got to work, she said, on the internet. And when I got up there was no internet. So, and that's exactly right. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is the camper. Recently, we just put corrugated plastic over the camper. I am not recommending that you do this. It is something that we did. I've worked with corrugated plastic before. It's called Coroplast, is the name brand. I don't know if there's any off brands. Construction workers are actually starting to use this material to make shutters out of to protect windows from storms. I don't think it's hurricanes, but this is right on the web page. And so they're making shutters. It's 200 times stronger than glass. I mean, I had a lot of people tell me this stuff wasn't going to work. And so far it has worked flawlessly. I mean, it's perfect. Just told you that the other day we had to go, we basically drove through a tornado. There was just a massive amount of wind. So I tried to open the truck door and I could barely even get it open. I mean, that's how windy it was. Of course, now it's windy and we're driving in it. So let's say the wind was, I don't know, 40, 50 miles an hour, and we're driving in another 40, 50, I mean, so that's an 80-mile-an-hour wind, basically. And it did flawlessly. Somebody said to me the other day, and I found this interesting, that I'm not really doing this lifestyle because I never have a beard. He says, occasionally you'll have some whiskers, but any nomad out here is not going to take the time to shave. So it's obvious that I'm not living the lifestyle. You know, I go home every day and come out to these parks every now and then and make a video. Of course, I make a video every day, so it's kind of complicated to drive to Florida. Now I'm over in Texas, and so I don't know how he figured. But anyway, this is the part that I've tried to stress. If you give up your humanity to come out here, then you're giving up more than what you're gaining. Because once you start giving up your humanity, you start giving up emotional fitness. Mental illness is a result of mental stresses. So if I don't shave and I start getting itchy and yucky and I don't feel good and I'm dirty, I'm not showering, not keeping my hair short, you don't have to have a beard down to your gut to live this lifestyle. Razors are not that expensive, and actually shaving is probably one of the most easiest things I do. I get a little pan of water, some soap. I put soap on my face. This is what I did in the house too. I mean, it's not like I've done anything different with shaving. And razors are cheap, your little disposable razors. I can use a razor 2 or 3, 4 times before I have to throw it away. You know, you get a package of them for like $2. So shaving is not an issue. So if you're coming out here and deciding they're going to give up on shaving because it's just too much work, you know, this is what I was saying earlier. People think that this lifestyle is easy. It's because they gave up on humanity. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like video, and happy travels.